In this video, we'll talk about the science behind reverse aging. While a lot of research has been done on the subject, a recent one was actually successful in reversing the process of aging in mice. The study indicated that not only did the mice appear younger, but that their lifespan was extended by approximately 30%. And while the study has only been done on mice, the researchers are hopeful that the same would be ready for human trials within 10 years. Epigenetics. The basis of this research was something called epigenetics. By definition, this means the study of inherent changes in gene function. As we move through life, our genetic makeup changes in many different ways. For instance, outside factors such as environmental pollutants like smoking or lifestyle habits like alcohol and drug dependency can bring about changes. And with a change in our genes, our bodies change as well. When the body changes, it starts to show its effects in many different ways, including aging. Whether these changes promote a predisposition to an inherited condition such as heart disease, diabetes, or arthritis, or create a new condition that the body remains unable to recover from, such epigenetic changes supply a lot of information for why these things happen. And when scientists find out why these changes happen, they can work on a way of stopping them from happening, or even reversing them, such as in aging. Scientists have also determined an age-reversing agent known as nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, or NAD+. This compound was present more in younger mice than older ones and is very important in repairing DNA damage. There is also another DNA repair agent called PARP1, which responds well to NAD+ levels in the human body. So the higher the NAD+, the more PARP1. Younger individuals, much like younger mice, have higher levels, and these levels start to fall as people age. This, in turn, makes it harder for DNA to restore itself. So, with this in mind, scientists gave more NAD+ to older mice, and sure enough, they started to appear younger biologically. As a takeaway, research findings concluded that by changing adult cells into their earlier stage, reverse aging may be set in motion. But that's for scientists to do. As for your part, what you can do to reverse aging is to take better care of yourself to stop cellular damage at different levels. Once your cells are working well, they are in a stronger position to repair DNA themselves and stop aging prematurely. What else does science say? Science has a whole lot more to say about reverse aging, but we'll only look at some basics here. Just enough to get an idea about established research into the topic. Genetic component. Looking for a way to halt aging has undoubtedly stepped into science labs to unlock the mysteries of aging. In fact, research believes that may we not only be close to stopping aging, but actually reversing it as well. For starters, as mentioned earlier, your genes have a big role in how fast or slow you age. But because genes are something beyond your control, here's what you need to know about genes affecting the aging process. DNA research has shown that specific genes are responsible for aging. Collectively dubbed as late life cyclers, this set of genes activates only later in life or during bouts of intense stress. Stressors relate to aging, such as molecular and cellular damage. Oxidative stress and even some disease states cause these genes to respond. Plus, some of these genes have been studied to be more active in individuals with cancer, creating more responses in such people and signaling a higher level of distress. All of this activity will quickly age you, taxing not only your looks, but also your health. The same set of genes are also activated if something called the circadian rhythm is out of sync. Circadian rhythm. One of the elements that needs to be maintained well is a person's circadian rhythm. This is roughly your 24-hour cycle or body clock, which determines your physical, mental, and behavioral patterns. In other words, daily routines from waking up to going back to sleep all fall within your circadian rhythm. It's also known as your sleep-wake cycle. So what you do during this sleep-wake cycle can actually determine the state of your overall health. Your circadian rhythm works best when you have regular sleep habits, such as going to bed at a good hour and waking up early in the morning. Incidentally, the circadian rhythm also coincides with sunrise and sundown. With your circadian rhythm disrupted, eating and sleeping patterns can run amok, which will naturally have a say in how you age. So, as a heads up for what's coming later in this video course, it's important to eat and sleep well to reverse the effects of aging. Hormonal decline. Hormones are natural chemicals produced in one part of the body, released into the bloodstream, and then used by other organs and systems. These hormones also start to get out of whack as we age. Typically, the level of hormone production in the body starts to show as you near 30. In particular, regulatory hormone production like estrogen and testosterone declines, and many bodily functions and features start to get affected. There are different hormones involved in the aging process, like adrenal, thyroid, sex, and metabolic hormones. Together, they are responsible for a wide variety of health concerns like body composition, bone health, energy levels, and brain function, among many others. These declining hormone levels make the body less capable of regulating these functions as we start to experience age-related symptoms like cognitive decline, weight gain, lower muscle strength, and endurance, as well as dry skin and hair loss.
I just cannot stop talking about the red tea detox system. My friends are so tired of me bringing it up, and my husband finally agreed to try it just to get me to shut up about it. Well, and he saw the wonders it worked for me, and he loves it. So it was really a godsend for me and my family. And I just cannot believe an entire African tribe was sitting on this amazing secret for so long. So where do I even begin with describing it? It's so simple to follow, and I never got confused about what I was supposed to be doing on that day. Liz makes sure to explain everything you need to know so that you never get tangled up with it. And I was a little worried about the tea at first, but once I actually tried it, I was actually blown away at how delicious it was. And plus, Liz gives you loads of different ways to prepare it, so I never got bored with it. Tea lattes, smoothies, slushies, even popsicles are all included. But most importantly of all, the red tea detox actually really truly works. And not just a little, it worked a lot. And I've been on it for over a month now, and I'm already down 22 pounds. Yeah, 22 pounds. And as a mother of 2 young kids, I really couldn't be any happier than I am with this diet. Ever since starting a family, I haven't had a whole lot of time for exercise, and my days are a whirlwind of extracurricular activities, carpooling, keeping the house clean, and preparing meals. So when I finally got a free second, I really don't want to spend it on my feet. And beyond that, there simply isn't enough time in the day to make a separate breakfast, lunch, and dinner for myself along with everyone else's. So the red tea detox solved both of those problems for me. I could exercise when I wanted to, but it wasn't required, and I could still eat most of the same meals my family was having. No double cooking, and that means more time to do what I love most, and that's spending time with my beautiful family.